Let's face it, as Nintendo fans, we are often left slightly disappointed and scratching our heads asking why. Where is our Super Mario Galaxy 3? Why isn't Metroid out yet? Bring back the Ice Climber, seriously, and what were you thinking with the Virtual Boy? Well, sit back as Sean Capri and Bobby Pauls do just that. That's right, this is If We Ran Nintendo. Now, cue the music, maestro.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of If We Ran Nintendo. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my good buddy from Canada. I almost said UK again. My God, this is the second time I almost did that. Sean Capri. What is up, Sean?
Bobby, I'm going to let it slide. We're just going to move right on into another great episode of running a company that we don't even own a single stock in.
I know, we should buy stock.
Probably. Can we go to the meeting?
We should both just buy one share.
Nope, this is where we start our Patreon. Everybody, I'm proud to announce we're going to crowdfund our purchase of Nintendo stock. I don't know what legalities there are there, but
that'd be awesome.
And then, a good idea.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Especially since the stock kind of went way down.
Let's do it.
That would be the time to jump on board.
Patreon.com/IfWeRanNintendo. Bobby and Sean's share buying plan / Patreon.
Something like that. GoFundMe. We'll do a GoFundMe.
All right.
So Pokemon. We started this conversation a little bit before the show, but I kind of wanted to save it for during the show. But just for preference.
Let's preference this.
Just preferences.
Yep.
So after Pokemon Go, you and I both you're such a jerk. You and I both fell in love with the idea of catching Pokemon.
Yep.
So you had already owned Y. I had owned Y once, and I played it for 2 hours. Now I realize how long I played it for. And I shut it down and never went back to it. Mm-hmm. But I went back and rebought the game this weekend, and I am really in love with this game now. It is insane how much I'm in love with this game.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is like the gateway drug for anybody who missed it. And it definitely has worked for me. I mean, the thing that I had thought of Pokemon before still holds true. It's very, very on the surface, it's shallow. I think that there are things to dive in here. But as I'm playing it, I'm not my brain really isn't fully engaged when I'm playing Pokemon Y. Not as much as I am with other role-playing games or things like that. I haven't really hit that point yet of having a good mix of Pokemon. I'm really just got one or two that I'm powering up, leveling up, and trying to get kind of up there. I think as I go a little further, that's when I'm really going to need 5 or 6 of them that are really powerful, which I'm also seeing in my Pokemon Go too. So a lot of the similarities, but just before I'll leave on this, the big thing for me is just recognizing the Pokemon. Now that I've seen, I don't even know how many I've caught, 50, 60, or 70 of these things. I recognize all the ones I'm seeing in Pokemon Y, which is huge. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing for me. They're not completely random little animals. This is great.
Yes. Before, when I was playing, I was just I don't know who these people are, whatever, man. Mm-hmm. And I'm I'm done. I'm out. And in the back of my head, I always regretted that decision and always wanted to go back and try it again. Because I was listen, there's millions of people that love this. They can't all be wrong.
Right.
There has to be, you know what I mean? It's got to be me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's going to be me.
Exactly. Shout out to Justin Timberlake. So for me, I felt I've already completed the first town.
Oh, wow.
And I've gone on to the city, per se, and I've met the professor.
Yep.
And have you gotten that far or no?
I did the first time.
Okay, so I met the professor and I battled him, and I beat him.
Spoilers.
And then he gave me Squirtle.
Yep.
And I was like, yes, I like it because I picked Phoenix, because he's fire Pokemon, and I just like him. And I've stopped his evolution about 4 times now because the first time I played the game, he evolved on me, and I thought he is ugly as hell, and I don't like him. I was like, I'm not letting him become ugly. I like this little
cute little
fox.
guy.
Yeah,
Totally. He's like the
I'm
gremlin.
saving it. But then Miguel, my buddy Miguel, sent me a list of evolutions. He's like, that was a smart thing to stop it. He's like, wait until later on, and then you evolve, and then he's more powerful. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just did it because I didn't want to become ugly. But I can do this now because I want to grow them to be stronger. I was like, okay, I got this.
Just like Pokemon Go, you don't just evolve just some random cat.
No, you wait for a strong one to evolve.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, a lot of parallels.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Not too surprising though.
No, but I'm liking it so far. I got my roller skates, man. I'm flying all over town and stuff. Like it
helps that you probably don't have anything else really on the go on your 3DS these days. Like it is a bit of a lull there, so this is kind of a nice time to go back and experience this thing. Yep, I like it.
I'm going to get the Poke Bank. I'm going to hopefully go through, beat this, hopefully catch them all if I can, and then I want to go back. I'm probably going to pick up Yellow, not Y. Yeah, I got
X.
No,
or go back a gen.
Go back to the very beginning and pick up Yellow. Play that because people really have spoken strongly about Yellow and say that I should get that, and I'd probably go back and play that, but. We'll see. We'll see how much time I had between this and Sun and Moon. My whole philosophy was I wanted to get this, hopefully beat it, hopefully catch them all if I can. Might not be able to, and that's fine. But then put all my Pokemon into the Poke Bank. Then when Sun and Moon come out, move them over to there, and then at least I'll have some familiar faces there.
That would be nice, man. I can't believe more games don't do this. Like it was pretty incredible, not Nintendo, but when Mass Effect carried over like save games and the whole world kind of like went along with you. You don't see this too much in a lot of franchises. I think that I would like to see more of it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I don't know why I went high there.
I don't know either. It's okay. Yeah. So let's
right here.
No,
for the rest of the show.
We're gonna kick this episode off like we do each and every episode
with our Eeek Out,
with our shout outs. Your own show. Wrong show. That's my other show.
I like your other show.
That's my better show. No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
True.
No, this is my favorite. Toby's gonna kill me.
Don't do it.
I don't even think Toby listens either.
Redacted. So that's redacted. Fine.
No, but I love this show. I don't know why. I guess because I love Nintendo, and that's more or less why it is. But my first shout out goes to the great and wonderful Evilos. You can follow him on Twitter at EvilosArt. You can check out his Patreon page. He has a Patreon page now. Just look up Evilos. But for $15 a month, you can get a Rad Crate. And I got my first Rad Crate today. And I got to tell you, Sean, it's pretty rad. It is pretty it is pretty awesome. So I got this cool little thing. For those on their watching video.
Awesome.
So it's like an NES cartridge, but it's a Five Nights at Freddy. He's got little arms, his little feet, he's got his eyeballs, and he's got his little Five Nights at Freddy ticket on the back, signed by Evilos, and I believe it's number 16. And I love it. It's awesome. Or unless that's the year. Might be the year. Who knows? This is what's cool. So he did a pin. I'm trying to get this so you can see it. It's hard. There you go. You can see it now. Mm-hmm. So it is a seal of the Nintendo seal of quality seal, right? It's in a Game Boy cart or a case. The pin is actually attached to like a fake cartridge, but the pin actually says official Evilos seal of failure. So it's a cool little pin. So it's
why a failure pin?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I gotta say, like, you just go over to his Twitter and he's got some really impressive modeling happening. Like,
dude, he's a customizer, does amazing stuff. We're gonna time out real quick.
It's evil, like Evilos.
Evilos, yes.
Like, you're not very good. You're evil. Bobby's reaching back. He's gonna break something back there. He's gonna break some toys.
So this is, just so people know, this is a custom amiibo he did, and it is a Pikachu. And it is...
Holy cow.
Yeah, dude. This thing is amazing, dude.
Oh, the paint on that is incredible. Look at the gloss.
It is amazing, dude. It is simply amazing. I love this thing. I love it.
I'm realizing how bad podcasting I'm doing. Just like my jaw dropped open. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no.
It's incredible.
This thing is incredible. It shines. It's got a sheen to it. It's amazing. So that's how I found out about Evilos. Like, I bought that when the whole thing was really popping and all that. But aside from that, so there's two. I did a whole unboxing video that'll go up probably Wednesday before this podcast. So I kind of wanted to talk about this. So if you didn't, you can go back and watch and get better views of all this stuff. But I got a Bomb plushie in this box. So I collect Nintendo plushies. So I was like, that's awesome. This right here was the Golden Goose. When I got this, dude, I freaked out, man. So back in 1989, Nintendo put out these wax packs.
Okay.
So they are like packs of baseball cards back in the day.
Oh my God, those are awesome.
But these are actual packs. So I already opened one. I did one for the video. So I'll show you what it actually comes with so you can see. But it comes with 3 scratch-off cards and 2 stickers. So you used to buy these. I actually,
they're very familiar. Just now seeing them, I didn't understand what a wax pack was. I don't remember that terminology.
Well, the package is wax.
No, I realize that now, but I'm like, why would you want?
The reason why I freaked out was because I actually bought these as a kid. I remember buying these as a kid. So I used to buy them, right? You open them up, and it comes with 2 stickers, right? So the first sticker was Mario, hit me with your best shot.
Nice. Look at that.
It's
What's on the back? It's like a little story or something.
It's a tip.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
The top secret tip. So it says Super Mario Brothers. Even if it says game over, you can hold A and press start. You'll continue on the level 1 of the last world you were in.
What?
Yes. That's a tip that I don't even know. I didn't even know.
I didn't know that.
I didn't even know it. And there it is, right there.
Look at all the things we're missing now that we're so dependent on the internet. We just needed to buy thousands of these little cards. We could have had that little nugget of knowledge.
This was kind of cool. Princess Peach.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks like a sniper.
Yeah, and it's got like Birdo, like a weird looking
she's like
Birdo
up on
there.
top of some hill, like just missing Birdo. I don't even know what's happening there. That's amazing.
The secret tip for this one is Double Dragon. Since you are dealing with a variety of enemies, kicks and punches should be thrown in different combinations.
What kicks and punches?
You could kick and punch. You could do that elbow and all that stuff in Double Dragon. You could do that jump.
Oh, Double Dragon. Oh, okay.
Double Dragon.
I'm thinking Super Mario 2. I'm like, I know it's different.
Then you had where you played games, and there was these scratch-off cards, and you played little games. So there's Zelda.
Oh, you don't draw on those at all.
No. And you have like rules on the back on what you need to do and all that stuff. Yeah, man. And then Super Mario Brothers with the cheap. Yep. And then this one, I lost my junk on this one.
Your junk is gone.
My junk was gone on this one.
Oh,
I freaked out, dude. I was like, yes. I'm so glad I opened this pack because I was debating whether to open the packs or not. I was
tell the people what it is.
It's a Mike Tyson's Punch-Out one.
Yeah, well, not everybody's watching.
I'm sorry. Video. Yeah, I forgot. So it's actually Super Macho Man, and it's a scratch-off card, and it's a game. So you need 3 KOs for the rules on the back. It says you need 3 KOs for a knockout. 3 punches and you lose. If you got the logo, cow, or if you got low blow, you automatically got disqualified and that meant you lost. If you get the star, if you got 2 of them, or equals 2 knockdowns. And then if you got the 2 fists together and then try again. So the object was to try to get a winning card and to try to beat Super Mario.
Oh, that's funny.
And so it's cool. Each one had little rules and stuff on the back of it. So I wanted to share that with you because I thought you would enjoy that. And
I do enjoy that.
I know you're into old stuff like that, like me.
Oh man, well, not Nintendo related again, but just a moment ago, my parents got me like this really cool binder to collect, like to put cards like that in, and so I've got my old Marvel Overpower cards. It was like Magic the Gathering, but for Marvel characters. Mm-hmm. And so I've had them in this old raggedy old binder for the last like literally 20 years, since 1995, 1996. I've had these things in this blue binder. It's got duct tape holding the spine together, and I've had this thing in there forever. Finally, my parents got me a binder to kind of like this, because binders have come a long way, if you didn't know. Oh, I've been spending the last like weekend just kind of like transferring all these cards over, and they're like in pristine shape just because they've been this immaculate packaging forever. I've got them all into my new binder, and I just love going through all this stuff. It brings back so many memories of as a kid, just playing this game and collecting all these cards with my dad. Like, he was always like, you know, if you had good grades in school, he'd pick you up and you'd go to maybe get a Happy Meal and then go to the comic store and we get a pack of Overpower, man. Like, it just reminds me of those days. And I'm like, one day a little mini Sean will be around, and I'm totally gonna do the exact same thing.
Don't do that.
It's only mainly for me so that I can start collecting these cards again.
Don't do that.
Don't have a little mini.
Fatherhood is overrated, man. You don't need to.
Well, so I hear.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
From my dad.
Listen,
oh God.
Ask Sean Masson. You know, Sean Masson will tell you.
Don't even.
I'm kidding, Justin.
I
did that just to mess with you. And I know your name's Justin Masson. I apologize for botching it up last week.
My dad does the same thing. He calls me Justin all the time because my brother's name is Justin. So he runs through like the whole. He's like, Josh, Justin, Sean. Damn it. Yes, I'm all wrong. Yeah. So Josh Stapleton. I've got another brother named Josh. He had another brother, and then Justin. It's all in the family. Now I got Bobby.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So
everything is awesome.
First topic. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
If we ran Nintendo, what would we do to fix the Mario Kart franchise? Now, I know immediately.
You caught me off guard with this one.
I know. You gave me the reaction that everybody is probably doing right now. Like, is Mario Kart broken? Like, is there a problem with Mario Kart?
Yep.
And
how dare you attack the best game on the Wii U?
Yes, one of the best games on the Wii U.
Oh God, I know you're.
No, it is. It's one of the best. Splatoon.
I know. You know what I meant.
Smash, like, it's one of the best.
Right,
it's a top echelon, definitely up there. But easily top 5, easily top 3 games. I'd probably put it top 2.
Well, don't you think it was easier the way I said it though? Even though you know it. Okay.
No.
Continue. Okay, keep going.
So,
Mario Kart's tearing us apart.
Yes. So it's pretty much. Here's my feelings. I feel like Mario Kart 8 is the best Mario Kart in the series.
I agree.
It's my favorite Mario Kart in the series. Looks gorgeous. The music is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of fun. But it's not the perfect game. And I feel like they dropped the ball in numerous places. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to go over those things and say, how do we fix this with Mario Kart 9? What do we do to make this game better for Mario Kart 9? Now, before you start sending the hate tweets and all that stuff, like, hear me out. Hear out some of the ideas that I have prior to freaking out. And as we're talking, I just thought of another one. So,
well, I want to do what Microsoft did and go from, when they went Windows 8 to Windows 10. We're going to go Mario Kart 10.
You're going to go 10?
We'll just skip 9.
Well, I think first step
I'm just kidding. That's dumb.
No, I know. Well, I've
got a couple ideas.
They didn't know them for a long time, so you could just eliminate the number and just go with a name, a title, because they did that for many years. It wasn't until 7 on the 3DS that they actually numbered them, and then when they went to Super Mario, but when they went to the Wii U, they numbered it 8. You know what I mean? So I have 4 items that I feel like they need to do to correct the ship. If you can say that.
Mario Kart Sessions Sharp FE.
Yeah. Shin Megami Tensei, Fire Emblem, Mario Kart 10. Were you able to come up with ideas after I told you what I was thinking?
So that's the thing. I want to just kind of like pause right here, let you kind of know how I'm coming at this thing, because it definitely, when you first sent this thing, I'm like, I don't even know if I can come up with anything. How dare we even like come at one of the best games for the Wii U? Like, why would we even are we really digging for topics here? But I think that there is a lot here, and it's because there's just so much potential. So there's a couple things I think you're going to say, like, we can reach back in previous iterations of the game and kind of bring those things back and make them fresh. But there's a couple new things that Mario Kart 8 did that we've never seen before that I think we can tweak and improve and move forward with the NX.
They always do something new.
Yeah.
And that's, and sometimes it doesn't come back. And then sometimes it does come back. But So with Mario Kart, yeah, Mario, whatever.
Did you say Mario?
I said Mario, and then I said
Mario Kart. It's Mario Kart.
It's Mario Kart. I call it
All
Mario
right.
Kart.
All right.
But
Super Mario Kart.
I know people say Mario like it's, but typically growing up I say Mario.
All right.
That's the way I always said it. But what are some things that you felt like they did right in 8 that you would hope to see come back?
So one of the things that I want to see come back, but then kind of like blown up, was really Nintendo's only time that they started to involve YouTube, social sharing, things like that. Mario Kart TV, I think, was a brilliant. I mean, it introduced us to the angry Luigi, or what, the Luigi stare. The idea of these replays that you could kind of like slow down and create. You could follow different characters that have different like auto settings, and it would give you a replay that was show me who's in the lead, or show me like my character, whatever it was. I think that was just starting, because there wasn't quite that integration in with the Wii U. They don't have that upload studio or the PS4 share functionality on the Wii U that those other systems do. Moving forward, I think they've already got the best replay system in a racing game. I think everything else should copy that, and then just take it to the next level. Like, how do we add like commentary, voiceover commentary to that? How do we just push that out even further and draw more attention to the highlights and the craziness that happens in Mario Kart? I love the Mario Kart TV idea. Let's just take it a little further.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. And being someone that YouTube's,
yes,
I would like to see them integrate Twitch, and I would like to see them integrate YouTube live streaming, where I could actually go on kind of like PlayStation, hit the share button. Josh Stapleton brought this up on your show. Hit the share button, and boom, I can either record a clip and post that later, or I can go live and just stream live. That would be awesome if they could do that. I don't know if that's a possibility with NX. I have no idea, but I would like to see that. And I love the fact of, like you said, I think you nailed it with the, and it seems like it's something that's going to stick around because they did it with Smash.
Right.
I was a little shocked they didn't bring it back with Splatoon at all. Because I felt like that would have been a good game for it too. You know what I mean? To like go back and pull the highlights out of your matches, And
definitely, like, these are all three of those games that all have moments. They're all like built of those moments of, I cannot believe that just happened.
Yes.
Or like, that shouldn't have happened. Exactly. Yes, exactly.
So for me, I felt like the one thing that I really loved about this game was the drifting. Well, not the drifting, but the
zero gravity?
The zero gravity. That's it. That's it. Not the drifting. Zero gravity. When the wheels would zip up underneath you, and you would bump into people, and it would speed you up. And the crazy thing about that was when they first announced that, I thought, I don't want that. I don't want to play that. That's garbage. Why would they do that? And then when I did it, it was like, it just felt so natural. And I loved it, So for me, that's definitely something I feel like that needs to just continue to the next one. Because I know a lot of times they'll take things out, like an example is Double Dash. Like in Double Dash, they had the 2-part, and it's never come back again. They never went back to that again. But in 7, I think they introduced, was it 7 or the Wii? They introduced the kites and stuff.
I think it was 7. I'm trying to remember. Or sorry, I think it was the Wii. I'm trying to think of the art. I'm pretty sure I had a kite.
No. We introduced the motorcycles. 7 introduced the flight, and then this introduces zero gravity.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, the art only had the stupid wheel that I bought for $10 a piece.
Yeah. So I would love to see the zero gravity stay. Now,
the thing I loved about the zero gravity thing too that they did was when they applied it to the old courses. So things that they brought these things back and they upgraded, and they didn't just give you the same old. They kind of like.
That's the thing. When they dug back in the well and pulled back some of the games.
Donut Plains is my favorite. It's not the best course, but for me, that music, it's just like as it starts out, it's so chill. It's one of the most gorgeous, like the little puddles of water along the sandy road. Oh, I just love that level.
The stuff they did in this game just blew my mind. And when they would go back with the DLC and go back and pull these tracks that were like Baby Park Dude, that thing is
are you
awesome.
kidding me?
That is amazing, dude. And that it's not 3 laps, it's 6.
It's 8,
And, like,
I think. Is it 6?
I think it's 6. I think it's only 6 laps. But dude, you're like lapping people. You don't know what place you're in. You're passing someone. You're thinking, "Oh, I'm going to take first." Nope. You still got like 3 people to go to get the first. It is so awesome. It is just amazing. But with that,
I love it. One of the things that I would just want to say, one of the things I don't want to see, like, because we all thought things were going to be bad when they introduced the zero gravity. It's kind of like, where else do we go? Like, what other dimension can we explore here? I don't want to see planes. Like, I like the kites being what they are, but I don't want to see kind of like the Sonic, I think, did it. The Sonic race. They did planes. Yeah, I don't want any of that. So let's put kind of like a cap on the craziness that can happen here.
The one thing I want them to do, I want them to go back and fix the AI, because I feel like the AI in this game was the worst of any of their series. And what I mean by that is this. If you got mired at the back of the pack, it was almost impossible to get back to the front by the end of the race. And it was almost like you had 3 tiers on that race. And if you were in the middle, it was almost impossible to get out of the middle. And if you were in the back, it was almost impossible to get out of the back. And if you were in the front, it was very easy to get knocked back if you had to. I just felt like, compared to Mario Karts in the past, the AI was just a real wonky, and especially if when you were playing online, and there was many races that like I would be in the middle of the pack and I just couldn't. It just seemed like every time I started working my way up, boom, here comes a red shell, or here comes something else, or and it's just like, man. And then also, it's like when you're in the back, you're getting all the good items. And then when you hit the middle, you're getting decent items. When you hit the front, it's either banana peel.
I like that, though.
I hate that.
Oh, do you? Okay,
well, because if I'm in like second or third, I don't want it to be so difficult for me to get a red shell.
Second or third, I'm getting a banana, I'm upset for sure.
Yes.
But if I'm in first place, like that's all I need is a green shell or a banana.
Yeah, because you want it to trail behind you and go with what it is. That part I get, and I'm fine with that. My main thing is that when I'm playing and I'm not getting anything but banana peel after banana peel, and it's just like, oh, come on, man, just give me something. Because even when you're in the front, sometimes it's fun to get a good weapon. You know what I mean? Like, like, let me.
What if you could get like a reverse blue shell? What if you could like shoot it backwards or shoot it up, and then it like laps and gets the guy who's like trying to catch up?
Yeah,
just
that would be cool.
What about the other thing? They changed something in Mario Kart 8 that I think it goes back and forth. But when you're like, say you've got a banana, you're holding it behind you, and you hit a question block, you do not get another item.
Yes, that's something they took away. That I kind of wish would come back, because I like that.
Let's do it.
Because I like that. I like the fact of like you had that placeholder for the next round. You know what I mean? And even if you had like the 3 banana shells going around in the circle around you, you could have a placeholder up there so that way you can continue forward and move. That kind of, they took that away, and that kind of stunk.
What about customizing your cart? So this one in Mario Kart 8, I think, is the one we could do it the most. Do you want to like?
I would almost
dial that up, or do you want to pull back?
Yeah, I would dial that up. And this is. Did you ever play Mod Nation Racers?
You know, it's been on my to-do since it came out, or whenever I got it free on PlayStation. Then that's a good point. So I played like maybe a couple of races on my Vita.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to get to that level, like, because I felt like I never got to race. Like I always felt like I was tweaking.
Well, what I mean by that is like I like the fact that I could paint the cart the way I wanted to paint. Like I really got into that, and I love the customization, and I would love to see that side of things for that. Don't want to customize the racers, but the carts would be fun. Like it'd be fun to be like, hey, I got this particular cart. Let me take it to the shop.
Yeah.
Let me throw some paint on it. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me, I could buy stickers and all that stuff. Like
I like that. Like,
these are all like little microtransactions that Sony did that Nintendo could do and make a couple bucks,
So amiibo stuff, right?
Or do amiibo stuff and unlock you with stuff like that. I'd be all for that.
I like the idea of that customization not having a bearing on how fast your cart is. I have my own, like I have my cart and then my wheels and my kite or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the best. It's definitely something I'm comfortable with.
For me.
There's probably like, I just never really found like I had a really great way to find out, is this the best combination for me? And then also, does this combination work for certain cups? I'm sure somebody's got that figured out, but I never did. So I'm not sure if it's worthwhile to have things that can mix things up, but you can never really hone in on, or at least like most of the people can't. So that's why I bring it up. It's kind of a confusing thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about battle?
I was going to say that. That's on my list.
Yeah.
Battle mode must return.
Yeah.
Because it was horrible. This mode that they had was just dog shit.
It's forgettable. It's
very
skippable.
Very skippable, forgettable. I never looked. I never gave it a second look. I tried it once to try it. It was a train wreck. It was horrible, and I was just like, I don't ever want this again. I don't ever want to go back to this. I don't ever mess with it again, and I never did.
Yep.
And it's sad because for me, growing up, battle mode was the best mode, and not only that, like right now, my cousin's in North Carolina, my brother's in North Carolina, but even so, like when my cousin was up here, we lived 40 minutes apart. And so there was some Sunday mornings, he text messaged me and say, hey, let's play a couple races of Mario Kart. And we thrived on battle mode growing up. And when we played on Super Nintendo, there was no 4-person option. It was, 1 or 2. And we would play like winner rules the controller. So if you won, you stayed, and all the other people would try to knock you off, and you would just stay on the game as long as you kept winning. And and then when we got Mario Kart 64, that's when I felt like it was even better. It took it up to the next level because then you had 4 people playing at once, and it just never came back from that. I felt like they need to come back.
And I think the thing that's going to push it into kind of relevance again is kind of that same idea of going from Super Nintendo to 64, where we went from 2 players to 4 players. Let's go from 4 players to 16 players, or like, because you can race against. Well, there's 12 people in a race. Yeah. Let's go crazy with the battle mode. Let's have this as like way more. Let's make it chaotic and crazy. Yeah. Well, make the map huge.
On the Wii, you could play with like 12 people. And it was chaos. Like
so
it was
bring it back.
So I would, man, if it's me, I'm bringing it back, and I'm going big. I'm going big and bold, and I'm going to have these stadiums where it's just like craziness. And because that's what I loved about the Wii version was you had crazy stadiums built within, and it was just like it was fun. I loved it. I thought it was great. It's the number one complaint that I had with this version, and I felt like there was no reason for it not to have it, and it drove me insane. Voice chat. It needs voice chat. And let's, look at, we bring this up a lot, and a lot of people bring this up, but this game in particular needs voice chat, and I feel like it's not, it's no fun to throw that red shell and take someone out at the finish line and you just zip by them at the very end if you can't hear their reaction.
Totally.
And it's like, I get if you don't want to do it in a public setting. But if I set up a private room and I have all my friends come into play, then I should be able to play with my friends with the voice chat on and talk.
Yeah, or some of the tournaments could have like you're customizing all the different rules in these tournament rooms. Like some could have like, because you remember you select 200cc or 150 or what carts are available or what DLC packs are available, and maybe one of those settings is just a flip for voice chat on or off. I think that's an easy thing for sure, and that would definitely make it even crazier online.
I agree wholeheartedly, man. That would be amazing to do.
I like the idea of the way that they selected the next course in the tournaments, but I don't remember if that was the way that it happened in your own private room. Like when you had a room, you kind of selected the cup, right?
It was a vote. Well, okay, so when you had a private room, like I would select a cup.
Right.
And we would all just race that cup.
But you never have that tournament like that, the way that they handle it.
In tournament, it's voting, I think.
I like that. And I want that in, like, I don't know why they're separated.
The one I would like better, and I can't remember if they do. Do they limit the number of courses you can vote on? Or is it you can pick anything under the sun?
Yeah, so I think they would give you like 3 or 4 and then a random. And the random was always outside of those ones. And
that's the way I think it should be done. That's a lot of fun.
I love that in like playing against strangers, but then when I was playing with people that I knew, I didn't have that option anymore. And I would prefer that rather than playing like it was weird the way that they kind of like channeled you into these limited options depending on who you were playing. So So lots to do with Mario Kart here.
Yeah,
really.
and
It's funny when you start to break it down.
Yeah, and I love the tournament. I thought the tournaments were fantastic. I love the
Yes.
way they did it. I think that when you started setting up tournaments and you didn't really understand how they worked, it sucked. But once you got a grasp on what exactly it does and how it works, it's a lot of fun. It was
Well,
a
yeah, because they
blast.
use those numbers too, right? Where you had like the tournament numbers.
You had tournament numbers that way you could find, which I'm cool with that, but you only had to put it in once. Once you found that tournament, you can also look it up by names. Like if the person gave you the name, you could search and find it. But the numbers were for private tournaments.
Right. They're just so long though. Like there's got to be there's got to be something else there. Like that's same with like the friends number on 3DS. Like things like that. It's got to be easier.
I was fine with that because I didn't want everybody and their mother joining my group. So if I wanted it where it was just like 5 of us, you pass out that code, you put it in once, and it's locked in. You don't ever have to put it in again. You just put it in the once, and there, unless I changed something or I tweaked the rules, you wouldn't have to put it in again. But I didn't really have a problem with that. I was okay with that. The other thing that they did so well with this game, and I've brought it up numerous times, and you know that I brought this up numerous times, but this whole
here it comes
Nintendo stuff, Nintendo characters,
Smash,
the Smash stuff. So that's where I'm torn because I don't know whether we move this to Smash Kart,
right?
And I wouldn't really necessarily call it Smash Kart. I'd probably call it Nintendo Kart, but it's a shame because you don't want to essentially get rid of Mario Kart because it's been around for forever. But I feel like when they opened this up and they brought Link and they brought the Animal Crossing Villager and Isabelle,
even the F-Zero levels too.
Yeah, that stuff too. And the Excite Bike was my favorite track of all. Like when I got in, I was like, I'm in. I got locked in and I just could stretch the field, man. I would just take off and go. And I knew when I got on that track, I was just so confident that I would finish 1 or 2 every time. I would never worry about it.
You get the timing on those jumps every time.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. I loved every second of it. So for me, I feel like it'd be such a shame to lose that in a new game. And I feel like they should just take it to the next level and introduce more stuff, like, hey, Justin Masson, bring in the ice climbers, have like a snow level, or whatever, and there's so much stuff that they could do. Like they could do a Metroid track, like one of the carts could be Samus's ship, and then Samus could be a character you use. And there's just so much stuff that they could do. You could do like a duck hunt track. How cool would it be to do a duck hunt track?
Oh, that would be great.
Occasionally, just like you get shot. You know what I mean? Like you get shot and you get knocked off the court. You know what I mean? Like it'd just be kind of cool, And I'm looking at my amiibo.
Like a jump and 3 ducks are in there, and you have to try and like hit one as you're going over the jump. That would be hilarious. Yeah. I think that these special kind of like offshoot courses and characters, they really are powerful in the DLC portion. So I think in the main game, you still have like your main portion of Mario Kart, new levels, and kind of reaching back and bring back some of the older levels. Maybe 1 or 2 offshoot, just kind of saying we're still doing this, and then it's a dedicated Splatoon pack or duck hunt or whatever it is. Like even like the animal, like Splatoon is something that I think is a no-brainer. Even to the point where I'm like, I don't know if we bring that into battle mode where it's like a turf war. But again, like you kind of want to you want Splatoon to have its space. Like that's a totally unique mode. And you don't want to have like, well, I don't want to play Splatoon anymore because I have like basically Splatoon and Mario Kart. But
you don't do
all these offshoots I think are, they hold a lot of power in amiibo, in DLC, in add-on content without, that being the only place you getting it. So in the core game, 1 or 2 couple things, just hinting at this is a thing. And then add-ons. I'm totally for it.
See, but I think the problem with doing it that way is you immediately piss people off because they're like, well, why can't we get it in the original game? Why do I have to pay extra money for it?
But the way they do it, though, nobody's mad at the way they're doing Mario Kart DLC.
But, well, they continue to do it that way. That's the thing.
You know what?
Like,
F them.
You hope they do. But I'm saying I would almost say this is the way I would probably do it. You know how so when you play the game, you have 8 cups. right? So you have typically it's 4 cups that are brand new tracks that you've never seen before. Then it's 4 cups that are retro cups.
Yep.
If it's me, we're going to do 12 cups. So you're going to have
Sure.
4 cups that are brand new Mario Kart tracks and you've never seen it before. Boom. 4 tracks that are retro tracks. And then 4 cups that are retro cups and all that stuff. And then we're going to go 4 cups that are Nintendo themed cups.
I like that
way. And that's how I feel like that's the best way. And to me, you still name it Mario Kart moving forward. And because the main focus is Mario Kart in cups 1 through 4, 5 through 8 is the retro tracks, and then 9 through 12 is the Nintendo themed tracks. And I would, dude, I'd be through the roof for it. I would love every second of it. I think it's a no-brainer.
I agree. Can I do one more thing?
Yeah,
I think we're gonna wrap. One of the things that I love on Xbox is the Halo, the anniversary editions that they do, where you're able to. I think they did it only on the first 2 so far. You're able to flip back and forth between the original graphics and then the new ones. And I think when we do these retro tracks, I think it would be so cool to be able to flip a button or maybe touch the touchpad or whatever input we've got and just flip between, I don't know, but if it's the visuals, but maybe music and sound effects or something like that, just to kind of like throw us back into the old days. If you're playing like a Donut Plains or whatever, some of these old ones, just to kind of have that throwback and remember more than just the track itself.
It's nice to see where it came from.
Right.
And that's what I loved when they started to do these updated tracks in Mario Kart 8. They would change them so much. And then you would go back and watch, like Game Explain did it perfectly, where they would do it like a side-by-side. And you would race and you go boom, and it's like, oh, that's what that looked like. Oh my, look how gorgeous it looks now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the way it looked. And it's crazy, and so I'm all for it, man. It's hands down one of my favorite games. So much so that this is what I'm thinking. Next Friday, are you available?
I think so. I like where this is going.
Yes. I'm thinking 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh my goodness.
We go online with whoever from the community wants to play.
It's happening. Everybody, it's happening.
And we all play Mario Kart 8 next week. So, are you down?
I'm pulling out the calendar. August 12th?
Yes.
Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Done. Let's do it.
It's done. Let's do it.
Chelsea and I will be there.
Yeah, Tony and I will be there. And we're going to have at it. We're going to have fun.
8 p.m. Eastern Time?
Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will post some links and stuff in the Nintendo Guru group. So if you're not in that group and you want to get into that group, just go on facebook.com and then search Nintendo Guru, Geek Guru, and it'll take you to a group. You just ask to join. We'll let you in. No big deal. So I'll have more detailed information there. I'll tweet out some links and all that stuff. Hit me up on Twitter. If you want to get involved and you're not, just send me a DM or tweet me. I reply to everybody. I love everybody. I talk to the community. So I will get you guys involved, but it'll be awesome. And I got to work out the details. I'm not sure if we'll do a tournament or how we'll do it.
I love it.
2-hour tournament or 1-hour tournament or whatever. We'll figure it all out. I'll work all the details out and all that. Second topic. So
I have a one-word answer.
So do I. If we ran Nintendo, would we have released the NES Mini? What do you think?
Yes.
No. Yeah,
we made like 30 games.
That was a Super Nintendo Mini. We're going with that one. No, I feel
no.
I feel like. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy it's coming.
No, just stop. All right, just relax a second. What did we talk about? Even when they announced this, I even went back and I said it looks like Nintendo is listening to us. There's a quote from Reggie Fils-Aimé saying something to the effect of Sean Capri said on If We Were at Nintendo that Nintendo should rekindle. They should work to rekindle the magic of the old days. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's a bit of a stretch on the actual quote, but essentially he was saying we want to rekindle the love, which is exactly what we've both talked about. So I'm shocked to hear you go back on this.
No, it's not that I'm going
Explain
back.
Yourself.
Okay, I feel like they half-stepped with it. I feel like they could have done more than just this. And the reason why I say that is I feel like where they dropped the ball with this, and this is the number one thing that I feel like they dropped the ball with, is there should have been a way to add additional games either via cartridge or via downloading more content from the internet. Because I feel like you're going to rope people in and it's a one-time buy and that's it. And it's a one and done. And I feel like you're for me, I'm buying the thing. I'm not saying that it's a piece of garbage. I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm buying it. I think it's awesome. But I think as a business move, I think it's a mistake. And the reason why I think it's a mistake is it's a one and done deal. And that's it. And I feel like, number one, I felt like they went, if this was a one and done deal, right? And that's what it is. They went too low on the games. They should have easily went 50 or 60 games. Two was they should have made it able to, like, if they went with 30, they should have made it like, hey, this also has a Wi-Fi connection to it, and it's also accessible to our eShop where you can download more. Or here's an idea: have a link that links to the Wii U, and that way you could connect that Wi-Fi if you had to, if you didn't have a Wi-Fi connection, and maybe the NES Mini is a hard drive per se, and you could buy games through the eShop, however. But I just felt like if I'm Joe Nobody and I see this thing and I go, hey, I used to own an NES back in the day. Let me grab this thing off the shelf and I'm going to buy it. Oh, I remember these games. These games were awesome. You know what? I really want to play Mega Man 3. Oh, I can't play it. I really want to play Castlevania 3. Oh, I can't play it. How do I play it? Now, I get in the theory, you're hoping that people will go buy a Wii U, but nobody's going to spend $300 to buy games for $5 and not even know if they can get those games. I just feel like you're cutting off future revenue.
I can't disagree with any of that. I think everything that you're talking about adds to the cost of this thing. So I think that everybody, as excited as everybody's getting, is not only the fact that it's an NES, not like the original controllers and all these games. It's just how affordable this thing is. Like $60 for that, I still think is extremely valuable. I don't think that has worn off yet. So would I make it better? Would I make it more connective to all these different things? 100%. But knowing that if we were to do that, you're going maybe 70, 80. Like now are you starting to get up to close to $100? And then is it really achieving what you set out to do and tap into that impulse purchase? Now, $60 isn't really an impulse purchase, but it's a lot closer than all these other different things. And the one thing that I found interesting, I saw on I think it was VG 24/7, they had said something to the effect of that this would connect to the internet, that it did have some sort of connectivity. And that seems to have been pulled back. And everything that I can see so far is that Nintendo is having no comment on the connectivity.
I think where the mistake happened was the controller connects to the Wii U, and then you can use the controller for future purchases.
That's really exciting too, right?
That I think is awesome because that plugs in the bottom of a Wiimote, and then you can actually use an NES controller.
That's awesome.
To me, that's worth the $10 purchase all day long of an NES controller.
Definitely.
That's going to make me buy a couple additional ones just to put away in case one breaks. Like, I think that's awesome because that's the biggest thing that drives me crazy when I play the virtual console is turning the Wiimote to the side. Like, okay, when you first showed that, I thought, oh, this is ingenious.
Oh, look at that. It's neat.
It's neat. It's garbage.
Yeah.
The start button's not there where you're used to push and start when you're fighting Tyson or all that, Mr. Dream, whatever. You go to push the start button, it's not there. It's actually up, so your muscle memory isn't working properly. It's just not the same.
Right.
The directional pad's a little bit smaller than the original NES.
Everything's smaller.
Yeah. So
it's a struggle to hold that thing for sure.
Yeah,
so for me, the miss, like, if the idea is to rekindle and grab people back in and remind them how much they love these games, but then if the strategy is to move them to another purchase, being the NX, I'm gathering, the missed opportunity for me is you buy this thing, there's 30 games, you sign in with your My Nintendo account, and that kind of like unlocks those. You get the digital, because there is no physical version of this, right? So you buy this, and you all of a sudden you've got the licenses for these 30 games, and they carry over to any device that you can connect with a My Nintendo.
It just hit me.
Account.
It just hit me what you do. So you have the NES Mini, right? It's there. It's perfect. The lid opens up because this one doesn't. So you allow that lid to open up, and you have a little cartridge slot that plugs in, like maybe the size of a 3DS cartridge. You plug it in, and then guess what you do? 6 months from now, you sell a cartridge that has 30 games on it. And then they can go buy an additional 30 games. Or they could buy 20 games or whatever you want to do. But you can go, hey, here's a cartridge. And maybe even, as crazy as it sounds, just make a little tiny NES cartridge. You know what I mean? And just, you could plug it in or whatever. I mean, there's so many different options. But I feel like...
Or your amiibo.
Or you scan your amiibo in or whatever. Maybe there's an
But again, like
chip.
all these things are like they're adding to the cost of this thing. Like basically what we have is like an Ouya. With built-in games, but with no Wi-Fi. Actually, that's not a good example. Ouya had Wi-Fi. Yeah. Anyway,
I just think that like you could eliminate the Wi-Fi. You don't have to Wi-Fi, but how much would it?
I think internet connection is the biggest miss for me. That's the biggest miss.
That's the ease. That's
purely for the My Nintendo account.
The My Nintendo account and the eShop. Like I feel like that's the no-brainer where you go in, you connect to the eShop, you're done.
But again, we don't want to lock people. Like we don't care about keeping people tangled to this console. It's not about maximizing revenue on this console because you're only making a couple bucks per game on this thing. It's moving them to the next thing. Well, it's getting them $60 in, having some sort of like in poker, it's being called pot committed, like having some sort of like you're buying into this ecosystem. And then the next thing you're like, well, if I'm going to get more value out of this $60 purchase, my best decision to make is to buy the next console, this NX, because I'm going to have this like this head start on all these games that I've got with this NES Mini. So I guess it's an elaborate answer to would we have released the NES Mini or Classic? The answer I think still is yes, but would we have released it the way that they did? I think the answer is what we're getting at here is no.
And that's what I meant. I didn't mean no, I wouldn't release it.
Sure.
I wouldn't release this version of it. I would have, because here's the thing. If you had it where it connected to Wi-Fi or whatever, right? If I had the ability to go in on my virtual console and, because dude, all you got to do is make it where you can connect an external hard drive to it. You know what I mean? So you don't want no memory in it, fine. Hey, even make it where I can hook one of these flash drives in. Boom, put it in, done. I could buy a 64 gigabyte. Put it in and down, and NES games are so small.
64 gigs worth of NES games.
So you plug it in. So you plug it in. You make someone buy that separately, right? They go on. They hook to the Wi-Fi, and they download. You lock it in that they can only download NES games to that thing. And I'm sure you're going to get the Yahoo out there that goes, well, why can't I do Super Nintendo too? That's not the point, man. The point of this is to be an NES machine, and if you allow people to bring over NES games and download them to that, I would completely, this is how nuts I am. I would completely rebuy all of my NES games on my Wii U right to have them all on this cool looking NES. They'd be like, here's all my NES games right here. I would do it. It might take me some time because I have a lot of games, but I would do it, and I'm sure there's other people out there like me that would do it. So that's where I feel like they dropped the ball a little bit. And I know there's guys out there like you that are going to be like, no, I want them all brought over for free. And that's not going to happen. But I just think that like
Not because I'm cheap. It's a business.
I know it's principle, and I get it, and I agree that like, how many times can you buy Super Mario World? How many times can you buy Link to the Past?
I'll say it again. I'm done. I'm not buying like the thing that you're talking about. There's no way I'm doing.
I would.
I'm not buying these games again. I'll buy the NES Mini because I think it's a cool collection. I think plugging it in and playing with those controllers, that is all worthwhile for me. Yeah. I would be very happy if they moved to another system, but I'm not, even on the NX, if it's like you have a new virtual console eShop to go through for all these old games, sorry, I'm totally done. I'm done.
I disagree with you. I think
that's why we're so great.
But I don't mean I disagree with you. I think that you're lying to yourself. I think that when it's just the game isn't there. If they had the game that really hit you and brought you back to your childhood, you would totally buy it again.
No, I still have my Wii and my Wii U plugged in on wherever. I've got my Wii on my main floor, my Wii U downstairs. If I'll just go to the console that has Metroid on it and play it there.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about one of your classic games, one of the ones that they haven't released yet.
I don't know what they haven't released that
What's the game you were telling me about that?
UN Squadron? Yeah, I got to check that out. Somebody's got to tell me if that's a thing.
You would be like, I got to get it.
But I haven't bought it yet. That's different. I haven't bought it yet. So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
All right, I'm going to look this up. Hey, don't wait for me. For my own.
I'm not waiting for you. So that is all.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you listen to us. Watching us on YouTube, if that's how you watched it. That's pretty much it. I mean, I think we nailed it with our Mario Kart decisions. I think the NES Mini, I think we're under agreement that we're going to basically do what we want to do with it. But hopefully you guys agree or disagree. And if you do agree or disagree, send us a message. Send us a message via Twitter. You could hit up Sean Capri, Sean like Connery, Capri like the pants.
Nailed it
that time. You can hit me up at Nintendo Gurus, and or you can leave a comment below. Get into that Facebook group if you're interested in playing Mario Kart with us next Friday. And we're definitely going to have a good time with this one. It's going to be a blast. And so that is all. Peace out. Cub Scout.
Bye.
That's not what you're supposed to say.
I know, but Toby and I are like trading.
You changed it up, and I don't want to.
Okay, AB, see you later, y'all.
Well, you already ruined it now.
You love me.
That's what are you doing, dude? How can I record with you? We do have video, so you know this isn't your podcast where there's nothing.
No, you don't like this?
Dude, no, take it away. Come on.
What if I just hold this in the background? All right.
Stop it.
Take it easy.
You are insane. You take it easy.
Just relax.
Better stop, man. You had me cursing a couple minutes.
Look how blank this room is. Oh my goodness,
man. You know what's amazing? When we first started, you had a little turtle behind you.
I know. A lot has changed.
A lot has changed in that time.
Oh my goodness.
Now you got nothing. Now you're blank walls. Well, take that thing off now. But you didn't watch the video version.
No, I gotta check out Toby's wall.
Yeah, man. I was like, it's so awesome, dude. I'm glad you did that. It was nice. He did nice touch. How far are you on Pokemon?
Not far.
Don't tell me nothing. We'll talk.
Not far. All right.
We'll talk about that when we start. I want to get into that a little bit. Let's kick this bad boy off. Let's kick it
off.
Well, you're definitely a nicer person now than you were this morning.
What do you mean? What did I do this morning?
You were cranky as hell, man.
What did I do?
You started getting nasty with me because I told you I loved your face.
What did I get nasty?
You were getting belligerent.
You're
man.
Sensitive.
All right, where are we at here? What is up?
I'm here.
No, you made a noise in the.
Oh, and it went to me. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Come on, Bobby. Let's go.
Trying now,
Come
man.
on.
Let's
do it. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to If We Ran Nintendo.
No, you're wrong.
Nope.
You're wrong. You're
Damn
wrong. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 17. Dude, what are you doing? All right, let's go. Ready? All right, let's do it. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of If We Ran Nintendo.